And good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filigera. I am with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Monday, July 5th, 2021. As the markets reopen in Globex for the second time, because they were open in Globex yesterday as well, Sunday to Monday, now Monday to Tuesday, the markets are continuing to move higher. In fact, the S&P has made a slight additional new high, and the NASDAQ got close, but didn't quite make that new high above what we saw on Friday at 14,729. The Elliott count has not changed, other than I'm now able to show some of the subdivisions here within this subminute wave 3 advance that we're in, and that's within minute wave 5. So we're in subminute wave 3 of minute wave 5. And within that subminute wave 3, we are subdividing again. So it's a sub level, and that's the 3. So it's a 3 of 3 move that we saw likely the bulk of it on Friday, which was nice. It was a decent continual rally. And we may have already seen wave 4. I still favor that we haven't. If the NASDAQ was continuing to move higher, was above 14,729, I would put the 4 there and be looking to put the 5 into one of these areas, but that has not occurred. And so my expectations now would be that we're going to see a slight continuation of this small 4, and it just needs to get below 14,674.50. That's it. You put in a new little low and maybe get itself down to between 654 to 660, someone in that area, and then rally again. Now, what the expectations for that additional upside are going to be, we can make Fibonacci extensions for the balance of this third wave, and where we would expect this 5th to come in. Again, not having the bottom of the 4th, I can't do extensions from the 3rd down to the 4th and relate this 5th wave to 3. So I have to relate the entire 3rd wave to the 1st wave. And so I can do that by putting in an additional Fibonacci extensions in place. And as we know, wave 3 is most common, would be like 1.618 of wave 1, 1.618 times the length of wave 1. And that comes in way up here at 14,937. Now that's what I expect the entire 3rd wave. So this one could, it most certainly can reach up that high. But it's really going to have to push, because it's getting closer to 14,700 than it is to 14,800. So what I do believe is that this wave 5 would equal wave 3 at 14,756. And maybe it could push itself up to this level, 14,825, or anything above there. And that would finish 3. We pull back in a 4, and we go up again in that 5th. And then that completes this larger 3rd wave. So that larger 3rd wave, yes, it could definitely still get likely up into this level. But I don't think there, because that would kind of just make that 3rd wave gigantic in terms of this 1st wave. And so I'm just looking for this internal 3rd against this one. And that's why I'm thinking here to here is going to complete it. We get the 4 and then the 5. And now I can put a 3. And then we will get a subminute wave 4 pullback before we then get the subminute wave 5, which would then complete this. So what are we looking at on upside levels? Again, if I'm taking this one, would be for the whole or the whole minute 5, and 618. I don't think it'll contain it, because it's just right if we've already exceeded it. It's contained it thus far, but I don't think that is the case. I think there is still additional upside to go, and that we're looking at 14,835, 14,937. But I do believe that we do have a potential, because with wave minute 5 would be equal to wave minute 3 at 15,203. So what I've done is by kind of allowing the room via the count for these thirds and the fours and the fives all to come in, it does portend to extend higher into these other levels. And once I do get an end to 3, whether that's here or whether it's here, then I will going to be able to put down a clean Fibonacci retracement, or not retracement, extensions for that 5th wave to complete 3. We have a lot of movement, and I know it's a lot of numbers, but this continues to subdivide. So remember, we're building blocks. So right now, the 5 waves structures are within the advance because that's the direction of the trend. So the trend remains up. So 1, 3, and 5. They're impulse waves, and they're not corrective. So again, they're impulse. And so what I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm getting every one of them, because we are again getting down to that point where we should be finished. It's just not going to appear that we're going to do this within a time frame that I had previously said, because we have so many different things going on that could nail the top, begin the next corrective phase. So, but it looks like we're going to extend further, and that likely is going to start to take us into earnings. And so we're going to get a lot of movement there. We may continue the blow off, which is the blow up. And so then we do have levels all above this, and we will continue to build our Fibonacci clusters by doing that. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a cluster just below 15,000, and then again, just above it. And then below that, we have additional clusters about up to the mid 14,750 to above, to 14,670. We have got a cluster. So we're building clusters of resistance where things could end, pull back, and still go up, and then complete the whole thing. So we're building a cluster much higher, and I will add to that once wave 3 and 4 are done. Then we're going to be able to put out the 5th, which should then complete my new 5th, which will in 10 again complete the minor waveform. So again, we're just tracking it up to its ultimate top before we get that a little bit larger, longer term corrective phase. And so for tomorrow, I am continuing to look for pullbacks to be shallow. If we really start to fall and start breaking these areas that have been resistance on the way up, they will become support on the way back down. And so we're going to be, if they start to break down through all these levels, and if they break below where wave 1 is, and then again where the other wave 1 is, then this is complete. I'll figure it out, but this would be complete. And then we have to be concerned that the whole wave 5 is done. But I do not expect that. But we trade what's in front of us, and we allow the market to tell us what is going on. So if you break down, we're going to start breaking below those support levels. We're going to break below these moving averages, and we're going to be able to trade with the market, because that's how we trade. We trade what's in front of us. But upside, we now can put parameters around what we possibly can expect as the market moves up. And that's where I'm going to leave it right now. The next update will be Tuesday, July 6th.